Okay, so Hoyo has to stop doing this. This dropping this stuff at like in the middle of the night. But of course I know because it's China, it's time different. But for us Americans, they're dropping this and we're like asleep or should be asleep. But I went onto Twitter and I saw a picture of Columbina, which we already know what she looks like. But then there was Alice, and she looks exactly the way I thought she would, except for the hat. Her hat is a little odd, but it's really cool. But she looks exactly the way I thought she would. So I came onto to YouTube, and I saw that there was this teaser for Not Cry, Song of the Welkin Moon teaser, Moonlit Ballad of the Night. So let's see what else is shown to us.
A story of the moon? That tale begins long, long ago.
Mister! Nefa's starting her story already.
Thanks for the heads up.
A long way off. We might go hungry, but at least we have plenty of time. Hey kid, that headpiece of yours is pretty unique. Who designed it? Could you hook me up?
It's our boy. It's Durin. So Durin we met during the Simulanka event from the little fairy tale world that we were in, but he kind of ended up following the traveler, not traveler, but the wanderer or Scaramouche, however you want to, or whatever you call him. And in Albedo's story, the Archon quest, a month or two ago, he was given a human form by Albedo. So this is Mini Durin, except he's not mini anymore. He's still kind of small compared to the real Durin, but he's moving on up in the world. He's like Rathion from World of Warcraft. He's like a few months old and he's already the size of a teenager,
In that era, there was no boundary between life and death. Willpower flowed freely among countless beings. The primordial being that once ruled this planet made 3 moons rise from the earth. It was not until the funerary year that the primordial voice once again cried out in the darkness.
My lady.
The Frostmoon Scions again. A laughably futile rebellion.
Oh, pale white Frostmoon, I, your loyal emissary, and scion of Hyperborea, beseech you to cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above. May your gentle tears pierce the frigid night and grant us, the forsaken and forgotten, your guiding light.
You didn't come here for the story, did you?
Huh. Finished already, huh?
No. It's just a greater storyteller than myself has come. Now, beyond the moonlight's reach, an ancient shadow brandishes its haunting claws, taking aim at the stars.
You're right. I came here for the moon.
We saw him. If I'm right, that's good old Grandmaster Varka. Again, I've always said that I wish he was a bit more gruff and grisly looking. I mean, he's the Grandmaster of, that's the actual Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius. For people who don't know, Jean, her title is the acting Grandmaster. She's not the Grandmaster, she's just filling in. Grandmaster Varka is the actual Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius, but he does these little expeditions and all that, which, you know, Mika is part of that group. He's a cartographer, he's the one who charts everything and all that. But you can also see at the Wolf Gravestone or whatever. That stupid thing took me ages to fucking get. Even on my main account, I only have like one. And I think Malwika is using it. Yeah, that's Grandmaster Varka. And I always thought he would look more kind of like Piero. Or that kind of character, very tall, but like gruff with the beard, maybe some scars showing all the shit he's been through, but he's like this young guy, and I'm like, I don't see this as a Grandmaster Varka. Maybe the son of Grandmaster Varka, but I don't see this as, because I want him to look like he's been through shit. This guy travels around and, but at least we have an actual look for him. You know, this Grandmaster Varka we've heard about all the way back since the beginning. But yeah, I just thought he would look more gruff, kind of like a Piero sort of figure. Hoyo promises you that all this feet stuff is pertinent to the story.
In the water, the future mirrors the past. The veil of lies is slipping. Time is short. The moon's fall is nigh.
Here at last. And things look even messier than last time.
Well, Miss Alice, shall we begin?
There's no rush, and I'd like to catch up with an old friend first.
There she is, boys. There's Klee's mama. She looks physically exactly the way I thought she would. Exactly. I mean, her head piece, her hat, I thought it was just going to be like all the other witches' hats, you know, be solid, but red with the gold. But, you know, I really kind of like how they did that, but physically, she looks exactly the way I thought she would. So, Hoyo, good thing you didn't disappoint. Because this is a character who we have wondered about for ages. This woman who is on levels with gods. Who can do what she can do, whatever she wants, really. We've been wanting to know ever since we first heard her name and heard her voice in the Golden Apple Archipelago. As she was talking through her little invention to us and Klee, even though it wasn't really her, it was just a recording. We've wanted to know what this woman looks like. She doesn't disappoint. She looks exactly the way we thought she would, in a good way.
And you, young man?
Let's part ways here. I have an old score of my own to settle.
Okay, I also have to say that this character right here reminds me of what's her name from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Yano, the one of the gym leaders or leaders who have the like the podcast or whatever. That's who she reminds me of for some reason. We're also definitely more into like anime type shit with the character designs here. Night of the Still Mist, Rise of the New Moon. Oh god, I hope there's no vampires or fucking werewolves on this shit. We have to pick teams. We got some more Fatui up here. But I'm glad that we got to see Varka, who is, again, we've known since the beginning. Got to see Alice. More importantly, for some reason, the Wanderer is with Alice and Albedo. She's fucking gorgeous. I mean, she's exactly what I thought she would be. Exactly what I thought she would be. You know, she's got a little Dodoko right there, and just the red and gold, and she's basically just, she looks like Klee, just older. Which pretty much everyone thought that was going to be the case. Also, keep in mind, Albedo is actually voiced again for this. For the longest time, he didn't have a voice. During his entire Archon quest, he didn't have a voice. So, it's good to see that his voice is back. Huh, I wonder what vision she uses. I wonder. That'd be great if Alice was actually like Electro. She's all dressed in red, and Klee's mom, who's Klee, who's also a pyro user, and she ends up being like fucking Animo or Electro. No, she's like freaking Dendro or something. Technically, as powerful as she is, she could probably wield other elements. You know, you have someone like Skirk who wields the Abyss but makes it look like Cryo. This woman is like god level in power. So she could probably wield other elements. But it's so nice to finally see her. Nice to see her. It's nice to see Grandmaster Varka finally. Let's get a good, nice picture of Grandmaster Varka. Again, the feet thing that these companies keep doing, it's pertinent to the story, okay, guys? I don't get it either. I keep getting told that it's important to the story and the plot. There we got Grandmaster Varka with the Wolf Gravestone, which it fits him, but again, I thought he was gonna look a little more grizzled. I mean, you can see like some scar, like a scar right there on some scars on his arm. But I honestly thought he would look more like Piero, maybe a little shorter, a bit more, you know, bulkier. But looked like the dude's been around for a while. The way everyone talks about him, that's kind of like what I expected. I didn't expect some young 20, 30 something, you know, based on his color. I mean, it's hard to say on his colors, but right there you can see his vision. He's an Animo user. Sometimes the weapon doesn't really need to say a lot. Sometimes it's how they're dressed, and since they've got a lot of like baby blue or this light blue, you know, Animo. Sometimes if you don't know what vision they have, just look at their clothes. It tells you everything. But then we have a bunch of like newer characters, and Also, this character, also with the fucking feet thing, they showed in another teaser. She's got like open shoes or whatever. So they really are pushing this whole thing for like that entire other group of people. You got to make sure they're still invested in the story. But the moon, they're talking about the primordial one. We've got a little mini Durin over here trying to protect everyone from the Burning Legion. Oh wait, no, it's wrong game. Sorry, that's Rathion in the other game. That's in World of Warcraft. But we got mini Durin, and also like hints and shows that Durin, the dragon, right there. You got the moons. Finally, we get to learn about these moons and why there's not 3 of them in the sky anymore, and why when we see in the fake sky when it opens up, why we see destroyed moons. So I mean, visually it's still it looks very much like it's not Genshin Impact, but the story's still Genshin Impact. The characters are just, I don't know, it's the further we get, the characters have always been very anime like, obviously, but there's something about these characters that are just making it look like they're more suitable for like Wuthering Waves or some, a game like that. They don't really look like they fit into Genshin Impact. Alice, though, she fits perfectly. She looks exactly the way we thought. And I'm happy about that. But we've got freaking Albedo and Alice and Wanderer hanging out with each other. Oh, the zany antics that would ensue. Also Inefa. I watched the live the special program. God, her voice actress, it's a good thing they picked her to play a freaking robot, because that's how the chick sounds. She sounds sweet and everything. Sounds like a great person. But her voice, I can understand why they made her play the robot. Even when trying to sound happy, she doesn't sound very happy. So I can see why they picked her to play the fucking robot. But yeah, some of these characters just don't look Genshin. They look like Wuthering Waves or something. And this chick looks like she just belongs in Pokemon. Like, she just wants to battle you. Actually, for people who don't know, hang on. All right, so here's Iono or Iono. I don't know. I've seen her in game. I don't know how it's actually pronounced. I think it's Iono, like ions. She's electric type user. And then you have her right here. You can see it's almost the same thing. With the sleeves hanging over the hands, the color scheme, like got the yellow, the pinks, the blues. It's almost like the same fucking character. The weird hairstyle going on. It's like the same fucking character. But yeah, I'm really interested in Not Cry. I can't wait to get there. The landscape's gorgeous looking. We got a whole shitload of new characters. We've got Durin waiting for us. We might have an appearance of the Shades, because they said they're going to intervene. We've got Grandmaster Varka and Alice. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a party. And of course we get Columbina, who everyone's been eager for as well. So, Not Cry, hopefully it's gonna be out soon enough. So we just have to wait. Anyway, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.